If you've ever stared at your bank account after paying bills and thought, so, this is what being broke feels like, you're not alone. Debt isn't just a financial problem. It's an emotional weight, a mental storm, and sometimes even a physical burden that messes with your sleep, spills into your relationships, and strangles your dreams. The lies we're told about money, like you need to already be rich to get ahead, or debt is just part of life, everyone has it, have convinced people to settle for a life chained to credit cards, car payments, and mortgages that outlive their energy. Let me say this up front. You don't need a lottery ticket, a trust fund, or $1 million IPO allocation to become debt-free. What you need are systems, discipline, and a few aha strategies that don't just sound good on paper, but actually work when life, bills, and human mistakes get in the way. This is not a pep talk about manifesting. It's about real numbers, daily decisions, and small steps turning into massive wins. If you're ready to unlock your potential and achieve more, hit subscribe. We're dedicated to delivering actionable tips and real-life success stories. Let's jump in. Number 1. Face the numbers without fear. Here's the hard pill. Avoiding looking at your total debt doesn't make it smaller. Too many people live in what I call ostrich mode, sticking their head in the sand, paying minimum balances, and hoping magic will fix it. It doesn't. If you want to own your money instead of letting it own you, the first step is brutal honesty. One of my friends once discovered she was paying nearly $500 a month in interest alone, not paying off her debt, just paying to keep it alive. That's half a rent payment in America gone into a black hole. Nothing makes you wake up quite like realizing that debt is charging you rent for living in your financial future. Instead of seeing this as a doom list, treat it as your battle map. If you realize you owe $25,000 across loans and credit cards, that's the opponent you're taking down step by step. Own the number, because the number can shrink, but it won't until you look at it directly. The wealthy didn't build multi-million-dollar portfolios by skipping this step. They faced the math. Number 2. The zero-based budget. Let's talk budgeting, but not in the boring track every latte way. I'm talking about a zero-based budget where every dollar you earn is assigned to a category before the month begins. Instead of money wandering out the door, it now has a job. If you earn $4,000 in a month, you give each dollar an assignment. $1,200 for rent, $300 for food, $400 toward debt, $100 for emergency savings, $50 for fun. You get the idea. At the end of the math, your income minus expenses should equal zero. Not zero left in your bank account, but zero that's unemployed. The beauty of this method is it forces you to cut the nonsense. Suddenly that $80 Uber bill or streaming service you forgot about sticks out. You see waste with a magnifying glass, and those little leaks you thought didn't matter add up to hundreds. Number 3. Pick your payoff plan. There are 2 classic methods to kill debt, snowball and avalanche. Which is better? The truth is, both work if you actually stick to one. The snowball method means you pay off the smallest balance first, regardless of interest rate. The psychological victory of wiping out a $500 credit card gives you momentum. You think, hey, I can do this, and move to the next. Human brains like wins, even small ones, and this keeps you motivated. The avalanche method means you pay off the highest interest rate first, regardless of balance size. Mathematically, this saves you the most money long term. If one card has $3,000 at a 20% interest rate and another has $1,000 at 6%, you attack the former. Which should you choose? If you're someone who knows you need mental wins, start with snowball. If you're motivated by math and saving bigger chunks of interest, avalanche is your beast. Either way, stop spreading your payments thin across everything. Pay minimums on the rest and dump every extra dollar into the one you're attacking. Entrepreneurs who crush debt treat it like an IPO round. They focus capital aggressively in one area instead of sprinkling it all around. Do the same. Keep stacking victories until the mountain's gone. Number 4. Build a mini emergency fund. This may sound backward. Why save while in debt? But here's the problem. If you don't have an emergency buffer, life's little slip-ups throw you right back into more debt. Picture this. Your car breaks down and the repair is $600. If you have no savings, where do you go? Right back to the card you're trying to pay off. It's a loop that never ends. Instead, save $1,000 as fast as you can. Sell old electronics, work a side hustle, skip restaurants, drive Uber, find ways. It's not glamorous, but it's crucial. That $1,000 creates a shield. Suddenly, a flat tire doesn't derail your momentum. This isn't a full-blown emergency cushion yet. It's just enough to break the cycle. Debt freedom isn't about charging at the battle recklessly. It's about defending the progress you make. And with this foundational buffer, you fight smarter. Number 5, cut lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation is sneaky. You get a raise and you instantly upgrade your apartment, car, or gadgets. Debt hates this because it means your extra money disappears before it ever reaches your debt payments. Here's the fix. Lock in your current lifestyle for now. When your income grows, let your debt shrink, not your bills grow. Imagine earning $500 more a month and throwing every dollar into your highest debt. That trims years off your timeline. Think in terms of equity growth. Every dollar wasted on unnecessary upgrades is equity you could be building, in real estate, in dividend stocks, or in your future self. Acting wealthy before being wealthy is the trap keeping millions stuck. Wealthy people don't impress with toys. They build systems that print passive income later. Number 6, side hustle your way out. If you're only relying on your paycheck, you're moving slow. Side hustles create extra firepower. Even $400 extra a month is $800 a year attacking debt. That's not small, it's life-altering over time. You don't need to launch a startup. Drive weekends, freelance online, sell furniture, babysit, teach English, or flip items on Facebook Marketplace. Entrepreneurs start by monetizing what they know. Do the same. Remember, every dollar from a side hustle isn't for splurging. It's your debt hammer. Keep it separate, aim it at balances, and watch the numbers fall. Treat side hustle earnings as invisible income until you're debt-free. I've seen people eliminate $20,000 in 2 years on modest incomes simply because they decided their evenings would add dollars instead of streaming shows. Every little bit is compound interest working backward. You're undoing the mess interest created. Number 7, negotiate and refinance. Like a pro, people forget debt terms are negotiable. Interest rates, repayment schedules, sometimes even balances. They're not always fixed in stone. Call your credit card company, explain your intent to pay aggressively, ask for rate reductions, consolidate where smart. Look into refinancing student loans or mortgages if rates are lower now. Saving 2% interest across thousands of dollars makes a massive difference. Even simple moves like transferring a balance to a 0% promotional card can buy you breathing room to kill it faster, as long as you don't charge it up again. Think like wealthy investors. No one building multi-million-dollar portfolios accepts a high rate without question. They negotiate, shop around, and leverage new deals. Do the same with your lenders. It's not begging, it's smart business. Debt isn't a shameful secret. It's a math problem, and math problems get solved with strategy. Number 8, track wins publicly. Silence breeds shame. When you keep debt progress secret, it's easy to give up quietly. Instead, track wins where you can see them. Use a chart, make a progress bar, celebrate each balance drop. Even share with a trusted friend or online group. Humans are wired for visible progress. Think about how satisfying it will feel posting credit card, 0 balance, as you sip coffee debt-free. That visibility keeps your energy alive during the grind. This last point matters. Build wealth. Once debt is dead. Debt freedom is only phase 1. Don't stop at 0. The real freedom begins when you start investing in real estate, index funds, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The same money that used to service debt now builds your empire. Apply the discipline that freed you into building passive income through dividend stocks, dividend-paying ETFs, and rental properties. Funnel savings into an S&P 500 index fund and watch compound interest flip from an enemy into your ally. Grow equity instead of owing it. Debt freedom isn't reserved for lottery winners, trust fund kids, or lucky breaks. It's the result of consistent, disciplined choices stacked day after day. Every extra dollar you send toward your debt is a vote for your freedom. Every sacrifice you make today is a seed for financial security tomorrow. Remember, this journey is not about getting rich overnight. It's about taking control, step by step, until compound interest works for you instead of against you. The day you become debt-free is the day you stop working for the bank and start working for your future. Stay patient, stay relentless, and trust the process. Your debt doesn't define you, but your persistence in crushing it will. Keep going. The version of you that owns assets, builds cash flow, and lives without financial chains is closer than you think. I know that success comes from consistent learning. If this video gave you new insights, like it, share it, and subscribe to continue building wealth with me. Now, if you want to know sacrifices the top 1% made to become wealthy, then watch this video. I'll see you there.